So today is an exciting day. So we've got the Galaxy Buds Live. They just landed here. So I am here to give you my initial impressions. Now, if you're interested in checking these out for yourself, hit the links in the description box right down below, and that way you'll get the latest updated pricing. These are available in 3 colors. You've got them in Mystic Black, Mystic Bronze, and Mystic White, all for the same price. Now, before we go any further, and for full disclosure, because I like having transparency and honesty with my viewers, I went ahead and bought these earbuds with my own money for testing and review purposes. Now, if this is your first time here, maybe you're not familiar with the way that I do things on this channel. Whether I go out and buy the product myself or if a company sends it over to me for review, I'm always going to keep it 100% real with you and let you know whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money. Now, no money was exchanged between me and Samsung in order to make this video, so they're going to be watching this for the very first time at the same time that you are. So now let's go over some of the basics on these brand new earbuds. So they're coming in at $169.99 and they're available, like I said, in black, white, or bronze. Now, as far as battery life is concerned, they're claiming 8 hours with the active noise cancellation turned off, and they're coming in with about 5 to 6 hours with the ANC turned on. Now, I have yet to put that to the test. So that's going to be coming in the upcoming review. I have to spend, a few days or a few weeks living with them to really figure out what that battery life is like. I can't do that on the first day. So I'm not going to make any claims about that. As far as the case is concerned, they come with 21 additional hours in the case. And then speaking of the case, it uses Qi, wireless charging, and USB Type-C. So they've got you covered, very similar to the Galaxy Buds Plus. Now they also have fast charge where you can drop the earbuds back into the case for 5 minutes and it'll give you an additional hour worth of playback time. As far as phone calls, they're still using a triple mic array, very similar to what you got on the Galaxy Buds Plus. And also, like I alluded to before, they do feature active noise cancellation. So now let's get into the things that I like, and after that, we'll talk about the things that I don't like. So first up, and most surprising to me, is the fact that they are quite comfortable. Now, let me preface this by saying that comfort is highly subjective. So user experience may vary. What fits me comfortably may not fit you comfortably, and vice versa. But as far as my usage so far, the few hours that I've had with them, I haven't had any issues as far as fitment, as far as any sort of ear fatigue or any pain in the cartilage of my ears, none of that sort of stuff. So far, very comfortable, a nice fit, and no issues with wearing them. And also no issues with them falling out of my ears when I'm moving around or bend down or even turn my head. Nothing like that. They stay nice and snug in my ears. The only thing I had to do with them to make them a little more comfortable is they do come with these O-rings. Small ones come pre-installed and they have these larger ones. So I went ahead and swapped out for the larger ones and made it a little more, a slightly tighter fit for my ears, and overall, much better. So if you do have these, try out the different sizes, try combinations of the different sizes, and see kind of what works best for you. Now, secondly, I really like the controls on these guys. Now, they're similar to the Galaxy Buds Plus where it's a touch control, highly responsive, and also programmable. So that's something that you can program in the app where you can change the function of the long press from being like activating the active noise cancellation or activating your smart assistant or even changing it to volume control, which is what I ended up doing. And just like I'm talking about the app already, that's one of the things that I really like about using the Galaxy Buds Plus, and the Galaxy Buds Live now is the fact that you have full access and full control within the app, whether it's firmware updates or the Find My Buds feature or EQ settings or ambient sound or active noise cancellation. You can toggle it on and off right inside the app. So there's a lot of different functionality that's built straight into it, and it's native to the earbuds. As far as companion apps go, it is definitely one of the better ones as far as, pretty much any earbuds on the market at the moment. Now, before we go any further, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that about the Galaxy Buds Live, make sure you hit me in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, man, let me know what earbuds, headphones, or speakers are you watching this video with? How are you listening to me right now? I'm super interested in finding that out. Let me know in the comment section. So next up, let's move over to the active noise cancellation. So I've been seeing online where some people are saying, man, this active noise cancellation doesn't work. And some people saying, wow, this works pretty good. As far as your boy ELJEFE, it is working as intended. So it is doing a very good job of blocking out low frequency noises. So when we're talking about low frequency noises, we are not talking about people's voices or loud, sharp noises or beeps or things of that nature, car horns, stuff like that. That's not how active noise cancellation works, especially not on this type of earbud. We're talking about low frequencies like engine noise, air conditioners, fans, refrigerators, like long droning type of sounds. It absolutely does work for that. I sat in a room with an air conditioner. I clicked them on and it, for the most part, reduced most of the noise of the air conditioner. So it most definitely does work. So the people that are talking about that it doesn't work because it's not blocking out all of the sound around you, it's not supposed to, especially not on an open ear type of bud. But you know, it does definitely work. And if you're getting them properly seated, it's definitely doing its job. Now, one thing I did notice with the active noise cancellation is once you turn it on, there is a slight shift in the sound quality. So with the ANC off, you have deeper bass. With it on, you lose a little bit of that sub bass depth. So that is something that I immediately noticed, so I figured I would let you know. And then as far as the sound quality is concerned, I am truly impressed. Now, in a sense of being truly impressed, let's be clear. I'm truly impressed for an open ear design bud because I wasn't expecting them to sound as good as they do. Put it that way. So when I'm coming from something basic, like whether it's the OnePlus Buds, which are open ear design, or the first or second gen Apple AirPods, not the AirPods Pro, just the regular AirPods, these sound surprisingly good. There is a depth to the sound. There is punchy bass. You've got some pretty decent mids, and the treble is surprisingly good. So that's something that really, really impressed me. I couldn't believe it. I was not expecting this level of sound out of an open ear design bud. So kudos to Samsung because they actually did a fairly decent job here. Now, open ear design buds are not really my cup of tea. I prefer having earbuds that actually have the tips that seal up in your ear. But even considering that, I'm still pretty impressed. As far as volume is concerned, these do get exceptionally loud, which makes perfect sense because they do have to sort of overcome a lot of that external noise. So for me, comfortable listening with these earbuds in is probably somewhere I'd say 75 to 85%. If you're gonna get much louder than this, just be careful. They do get quite loud. You can damage your ears with these earbuds for sure. So the first thing that I didn't like about these earbuds is gonna be the kind of chimes and prompts that it gives you when you turn the active noise cancellation on or off. It is just way too loud. It just caught me by surprise. The volume is just way too high on those prompts. So something, I don't know, Samsung, we gotta either turn that down, be able to disable them, give me a firmware update that removes something. But those prompts are just far, far too loud. Secondly, like I alluded to before, the change in the sound quality when the ANC is turned on. That's something that I definitely got to put in the cons because, you know, any change in the sound quality is just not good. Most of the other active noise cancellation earbuds that I have, they don't have this issue. So that's something that definitely should be looked into. That loss of bass, it doesn't completely lose it, but it is a definite change and you can hear it. And then next, another kind of a gripe, because I did like the sound quality, but if you're gonna listen to them at high volume, like when you start getting really, really loud, if you're listening to hip hop or anything with heavy bass lines, they most definitely can distort. I for sure heard some distortion when getting up above 85% volume. So that's something that I absolutely noticed and kind of caught me by surprise. So anything under that, they sound really, really good. But when you start getting up to the max volume, it definitely distorts if you have bass heavy music. If you're listening to anything else that isn't that bass heavy, it's actually going to still sound pretty okay. But for hip hop heads, trap, you know, EDM, stuff like that, it might distort on you. So just keep that in mind. Now, thirdly, let's talk about the loss of audio quality. So what I mean by loss of audio quality, that's going to be because of the fact they have an open ear design. So with an open ear design, obviously you're not going to seal off the outside world, even with the active noise cancellation turned on. So you do in fact lose some of that audio fidelity. As somebody who cares so much about sound quality, that's definitely a problem for me. So especially right now, I'm not out and about like watching traffic or doing any of that sort of stuff or going to and from job sites. So I really don't need to have all of that ambient type of aware sound. So that's not really for me. I honestly prefer that closed design with the ear tips that seals me in all the way and I get maximum audio quality. So to me, that's definitely a con just based on design, but for plenty of people out there, they enjoy that design. There's a ton of people who are accustomed to using earbuds like Apple AirPods or even like the new OnePlus Buds. So things of that nature, if that is the type of design that you're into, you prefer being able to hear like what's going on around you, then I think the Galaxy Buds Live are going to be an excellent choice for you. Otherwise, if you're the type of user that uses, you know, your standard type of earbuds or in-ear monitors where they seal up, this may be a hit or miss for you. Something worth trying, but you're going to have to find that out for yourself.